Welcome back to another episode of Five for Five. You know your man back, Keelan Crenshaw. I got a very special guest with me today, the founder of BTF. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Uh, how you doing? I'm Andy, the CEO of Behind the Facade Clothiers. Uh, BTF is a clothing line that advocates for the mental health population through fashion, music, and outreach programs.
All right, man. So there you have it. So I don't know if you're familiar with my work, but you know we go way back. But this is Five for Five with Keelan Crenshaw,
Okay.
and we here in the Metal Lab studio.
Mhm.
So let's go ahead and get it done. Five for Five. You want me to start first, or you want to go?
You can start.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you this, man. What made you decide to start a clothing brand focused on mental health awareness?
Um, it started, from me always into fashion as a youngin. You know what I'm saying? I always looked up to DC brands and the culture of DC and fashion.
All right.
And I was mostly inspired by a brand called Aja Amani. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, I was really like a fan of theirs, and I followed them and got to meet the owner. And he kind of like took me in and showed me the game when I was young.
Not facts.
And from that, that's when I really decided, that I wanted to be a designer just from that platform, looking at that. And
Okay.
I needed something with substance to it, you know what I'm saying? Because I just didn't want to just be a regular designer, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like my calling was a little bit deeper than that.
Not
And
facts.
uh, I just looked at, I don't know if people know, people close to me, suffer, you know what I'm saying? And
And when you say suffer, what you mean by suffer? Because the audience might not know.
well, people who are as close to me have, been diagnosed, you know what I'm saying?
All
And
right.
always wanted to stop the stigma on that because, I seen through what people saw on the population. And from that, I wanted to use my gifts to stop the stigma on the population.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
I put both of those passions together and came out with the brand.
All right. So let's tell the audience before you answer your question to me, right? What do BTF stand for, and how did you come up with BTF?
Okay, so how I came up with BTF is crazy. Um, I came up with BTF. I was in church.
All right.
Yeah, I was at First Baptist Atlanta, and he was talking about wolf in sheep's clothing,
Mm.
and the whole time I was searching for a name, and this is a while back. I think this was like in 2017, something like that. And he was like, wolf in sheep's clothing behind the facade, and I said, she.
It hit you.
And from that, you know what I'm saying.
Started the brand.
And that's why I said, there go the name right there.
Facts.
And that's really how I came up with the name BTF.
So one little side question before you ask your question to me, right? How long you been doing this?
I launched BTF literally. I think it was around 2017. You know what I'm saying? Where I started, but I had different peaks and different times. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
before the pandemic, and things like that. Where I was really booming, 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 and stuff like that. But back in 17, it was more me doing couture and custom outfits, one-offs and stuff like that. And then as I progressed, I started, dealing with manufacturers and mass production.
Facts. So this being Five for Five, like I said, always give the guests the opportunity to ask me questions.
This
So
one
go
I ain't know
ahead.
about, but I guess.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see. When well, people don't know me and you know, came from the mental health population because we worked on a psych ward together
Not
as,
facts.
as, as mental health counselors. And, you know, uh, I can ask you this, like, cause I could see how you ran things. You was you really is like a no nonsense type of person. You know what I'm saying? And it took a while for me for you to break through and really mess with me. You know how
Yeah,
people live. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So what was it that you was like? I'm a cool. You know what I'm saying? Cause I could see how you was moving. You
Moving.
know.
So, all right. I remember, cause I used to tell me, yo, come through the pop up shops. So I'm always hearing somebody saying they do this and that, right? And I used to get sold a lot of dreams. You know, working in the mental health population, a lot of people come through, and they always say like, "Yo, I'm do this and do that." So I just got in that world of, all right, if you do it, you do it. You don't, you don't. So I had that mind frame. Like I was stuck in that mind frame. Like, all right, if he do it, he do it, he do it. But I didn't really believe.
Uh,
So I was with a old girl of mine. I ain't gonna say no names, but you already know who she is. But
yeah.
and I was with her, and she had something to do. I
Mm.
think you called, and you was like, "Yo, Key, come to the pop up shop." I came down that joint, and you extended mad love to me, bro. And like from that from that day forth, that's why I was like, I'm gonna rock with you because the love that you gave that day, you let me come behind the scenes with you. We got some drinks. We was able to show the clothes off, and I just feel accepted, if that makes sense. Like, and I'm like, damn, anybody can do that off of not really knowing someone, just throwing a helping hand out there. Like, I felt that love, and I really appreciate it. And then I'm gonna share this story too. While I was incarcerated, I reached out to Drew. And he found out I was incarcerated, and he was like, "Yo, when you come home, I got you." And I promise you, he had me. He invited me to my first ever DC fashion show, and I had a marvelous time. And thanks to you, bro, I got to see the world of fashion, and just see the ins and out, and met a lot of spectacular people. So I want to say thank you right now
No
for that
problem, bro.
opportunity.
No
But
problem, bro. Hey, bro. Like half of them, a lot of them people we met that day and mingled with. I done seen a couple of them dibble and dabble them, but I was meeting them for the first time too, for real.
not
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? But yeah, it was cool. Yeah, I just this genuine energy around me, and that's all I can really appreciate. You
Not
know,
facts.
yeah, yeah.
So let's jump into question number 2 from me.
Mhm,
The world of mental health.
mhm.
What chose you to work at or in mental health facility?
Uh, what started me? Well, cause I grew up in it. Like I said, the person raising me, was suffering, so it was really nothing for me to, adapt to the population. You know what I'm
Not
saying? Like I
facts.
said, I wanted to stop the stigma, and be a helping hand, So when I got there, I ain't gonna say everything was like how everything was familiar, cause ain't nothing really familiar until you really been in there and seen things, you know what I'm saying, stuff
Yeah,
like that. But you know, I was willing to take that risk just off the strength of how much I wanted to learn about the population. So you know, that was it. It was just off the strength of me trying to find my way in the field.
through living, by having that lived experience.
Yeah, by having that living
No,
experience.
I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Like
Cause
you said, you grew up in that situation when someone was suffering from that mental health
yeah,
disorder.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
I got you, man. That's powerful to jump in that field and try to help someone.
yeah, yeah.
Facts. So, what question you got for me?
Um, I don't even know. I mean,
You can go deep, man.
I was about
Shoot,
to, yeah, yeah,
listen,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I'm water.
So,
This is my healing.
all
I
right,
do this because it's my therapy.
all right. Um, so when I had when I had broke off, right?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying, and you had got into whatever you got into. You know what I'm saying. Did the time. Do you? do you feel like the time you regret it, or you feel like you really needed that to for you to be stable and understand life more better?
So yeah, nah, that's a great question. For real. So I feel like I needed that time away. I learned from that time being away. It made me the person you see now. Being away for real showed me how to use my gifts, my confidence, and become a go getter. Like in that prison system, I only had me in that joint. Like, yeah, I can call friends and they can just pick up the phone, but to survive in there,
Mm-hmm.
I had to survive, like myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed that time away because I needed self reflection. I needed healing. I needed to grow. So I'm not upset at doing that time. I'm more upset of me losing time, if that makes sense. Because I
Mm-hmm.
lost out on my daughter life. I lost out of being here for my father. And rest in peace, he passed away while I was in prison.
Mm-hmm.
And lost time for being with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday, mom. She just turned 75. So
Mm-hmm.
them 5 years, you know what I'm
But
saying, meant
I
long.
remember you used to open up to me about your fam, your life out there
Yeah,
with your mom. You know what I'm saying? And was that rekindled? Cause I remember it wasn't all the way healthy.
not facts. So, that's a great question. So that time away from me not only helped me, but it helped my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it made her realize that she wanted to be here for her granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Like my daughter, like she wanted to be in my daughter's life, so she stopped using. You know what I'm saying? She stopped using all forms of drugs and
Mm-hmm.
really got herself together because she did not want to die,
Mm-hmm.
and she wanted to be here for me. So that was a powerful thing for me
Mm-hmm.
because like for me to go to prison was a wake up call for her to get right,
Mm-hmm.
and shed light on her and her walk and her trusting in God and trusting in God to take care of me and then get herself clean. So like I said, I believe everything happened for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I needed to go to prison because I needed to become this person who I am now.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I hurt a lot of people with that incident, and I wish I could apologize to that girl right now in
Mm-hmm.
person. It hurts me each and every day,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't have that luxury. But if she ever see this or ever hear this, I sincerely say I'm sorry for that night. I'm sorry for everybody that was involved in that night. I'm sorry that I got intoxicated and pulled out that gun. Like, you know, but I did a lot of self reflection and a lot of growing. I mean, as you know, like
Mm-hmm.
at that fashion show, I told you, man, listen, you tell me who I need to talk to, and I'm gonna talk to him.
Yeah, yeah,
Without that prison experience, nah, that ain't me.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
with
yeah,
that prison experience, yeah, I'm out here getting
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. That's what's
So
up.
nah, that was a great question, man. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this: what do Drew live behind the facade of?
What do I live behind the side of?
Yeah,
Um, what do I live behind the side of? I don't even. Do I have any behind? I mean, cause everybody got behind themselves. I don't know.
yeah,
More like I think that I come off as a very, 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 very confident person. You know
mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And I think that I come off with a confident vibe, and I'm a people's person and stuff like that. But like honestly, like I put a shield on me to do that. You know what I'm saying? I make myself do that. I don't really.
Facts.
There's a lot of times when I don't want to do that, but in order for me to be successful in what I'm trying to be and do, you know what I'm saying, I have to be that person.
And the only reason I bring this question to your attention, right, because a lot of people that's out here designing and have uh, labels, they don't live by 'em.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody like, yo, I got this and I got that, but you actually live behind what you stand for. Like you got to live behind the facade of being this self-confident person but most of the time you just like, man, I just want to chill.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
I just want people to understand the real you. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like this have meaning being behind the facade,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
want them to see the true you.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yep. And then as time goes on, it becomes to a routine that you have to do. You know what I'm saying? Like things like this. You know what I'm saying? And walking in rooms and telling my story, and selling my pitching my brand, and telling people about my therapeutic program and stuff like that. It becomes a script. You know what
no
I'm saying? But I
facts.
had to build up the swag to do all of that because where I'm from and what we do, we don't really talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? We stay to ourselves. You know
No
what I'm saying?
facts.
So that
But
was the
that what
thing.
makes it appealing because everybody lives behind a facade, and that's why I drew close to your brand. Me being behind the facade of my life and everything that I go through, man, I can't do this, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be somebody I'm not
Mm-hmm.
just to move forward in life. But
Mm-hmm.
for real, I'm a player. I'm a type of person that just like to build Legos and chill with his lady friends. So,
Mm-hmm.
but people know me as Crenshaw being thorough, zero tolerance.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the
yeah.
real me, man, like I just like to chill. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I just wanted to bring that to people attention.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So what you got for me now?
Uh, what you think of? What do you think about behind the facade as far as like the designs and other, how you feel about the designs and how I go with my artistic ability as far as designing.
In fact, so definitely right now this mind of a maniac, uh, mind of a maniac collection. This is inspiring because not only you utilize a person with schizoaffective disorder to create this, you bring it to life for them. So that's a powerful statement in its own. Like you really live and do what you say you do. So you still work in a mental health facility. You worked around a client that has schizoaffective disorder. He drew this picture and he asked you to bring it to life for him, and you did. So this design and this collection right now stands out to me the most. But I've been around for a minute, so I'd have been
You
through.
seen you seen a lot of them
I'd have
joint.
been around, and I rocked them.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely, my I would say the next one was the Bobby World.
The Bobby's World. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
definitely used to like the Bobby's World. And then just when you throw your artistic touch on it.
Oh, the painting.
So there we go. So if people don't know, Drew actually hand customized each and every hoodie that goes with the BTF collection. So he actually paints them hand by hand. So each hoodie is different. Each one has his own personal touch on it. So that's what I would say, man. Like, as far as your brand to other brands, like people can just put a label on it, copy, and repeat. But you actually take the time out to put your artistic touch on everything. So
Mm-hmm.
that what stands out to me the most also.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like that it shed light on mental health awareness, man. And being able to come from that background of working with mental health clients and still do it gave me the power to stand up for them. So when I rock this and people ask, man, what you got on? And I say, oh, man, I got BTF on. What that stand for? Behind the facade, we shed light on mental health and mental health awareness. And they like, damn, man, keep that good work up. So that's why I like that shit so much, bro.
That's
For
what's
real.
up. That's what's up.
So what you got for me, man?
Um, uh, what I got for you? Um, so with your work in mental health that you do,
Hmm.
what is your end goal of this? Like what would you what do you are you where you want to be in mental health, or is that what you want to do? You gonna end this in mental health, or you gonna pivot, or
I want to help in mental health, but I want to help my community. The events that we did, like when we was doing the spray paint with the kids,
yeah, event here.
event here. I like stuff like that. I like being able to talk to my community. I like healing my community. Um, so it's going to start and finish with mental health, if that makes sense,
Mm-hmm.
because we need mental health in all walks of life. And like I said, I started my healing journey even in my incarceration, my dark time. So that was my mental health journey. So I pray that I could continue to do this work and show up, but I want to show up more in the community, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
I want to involve my community. But nah, like I feel I can do this all day, every day, man. I love helping people. Like this shit give me energy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that I can motivate somebody to do something that's right. That gives me the power to continue to do this. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, working in a mental health facility, you remember them days like you seeing a person come in not on their medication, not good, and then they're 3 days or 5 days on the
Yeah, bro.
ward and walk out a whole different
And they
person.
be like, damn, we really did that, yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah. I really,
that's why that's why
mm-hmm.
I can do this, man, because I know what it's like seeing someone at the bottom, and I
Yep.
know when I see that person get from that bottom to the
To the
top.
top, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I do what I do, and that's why I continue to do what I do. But
That was
nah, that was a
perfect.
great question.
That was a perfect answer because nah, that turnaround is crucial.
Nah,
You
facts.
see it, you be like nah, because they was really in here. You know what I'm saying? And and that they got stabilized and they can
Nah,
go home to their family. And then people don't understand like when he say the bottom of the bottom, I mean we mean like manic, but like it's not the people that you think. It's doctors, it's lawyers, it's pastors, it's people hired people in the government. It's what I'm saying. It's
we
like
definitely had a couple of them.
yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like it's them people that you would be like what, you know what I'm
And
saying?
people don't
Yeah,
never see things like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm glad that I had the live experience to work at a mental health facility behind the doors, locked in with them, and to see people come from not being on a medication really bad to stabilization. So
Yeah,
that's why I do this.
yeah.
So 5 for 5, right? We got one last question. I'm gonna try to make it a good one, but I need you to really dig deep, right?
Mm.
And it's one of them questions we all ask ourselves too. But where do you see yourself going forward with behind the facade? And I don't want to say the next 5 years. I want to say in the next 6 months.
Oh dang, six
Yeah,
months.
I need you to think. I need you to get deep because I want to know where we going with this.
Okay, so like 6 months. I feel like I want to focus more on when I that my therapy program
Hmm.
vent here. You know what I'm saying? Because I just dropped this line Mind of a Maniac. So it's kind of it's fresh, you know. So even though I'm already ready for the next one, this one's still rolling, still, catching the snowball effect right now.
Facts.
But what I do want to do is shop vent here.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And
And
vent here.
shed light more on Vent here because the audience might not know.
Okay, so Vent here is a therapeutic program where we teach kids coping skills through fashion, and basically you'll have an authentic BTF T-shirt. You paint on the shirt. You basically spreading you sharing your emotions on your sleeve by the art that you're putting on the shirt, and it's that's the therapeutic part of it. You painting, you meditating while you doing the art, and really the best pieces that from people that I'm attached to, or the artwork that I'm attached to. I find a way to implement that into the new collection. You know what I'm
Facts,
saying? So
facts.
you possibly could see it on a runway. You possibly could see it on a celebrity if they, because they wear my clothes and stuff like that. So you know
Yeah.
and it's like I'm involving the community with it. But that's what I want to do. I want to shop that program to the schools, the mental health facilities and stuff like that, where I go around and do the programs and eventually have training classes where I can teach people how to do it, where they can just do it themselves and just
Nah,
stuff
that
like that.
sound
Like
amazing, bro.
shop the curriculum.
Nah, That sound amazing. And
Yeah.
I was a part of event here. Excellent event. We was over Southeast DC. Shout out Southeast, deuce deuce. But it was amazing. Little kids got a chance to express their feelings on the shirt. I actually got one of them shirts from the little kids. I still got it. I think I wore it to work one day. But that was an amazing event. I'm glad that you invited me. I'm glad that you took the time to come do this and put BTF on the map podcast wise, man. Like
Mhm.
I've been telling you to come on,
You been
come
telling
on.
me to come, bro. I was like,
But
I was trying to get things together, bro.
nah,
But
facts.
I'm glad I came through here.
But before we close out, I'm gonna let you get your one off and you give me your last question and we can end it.
Oh, all right. So, the last question. Let me see. Hmm, I don't even have. Let me think, bro. Um, if you had a chance to do a clothing line or something outside of working for, well, you said you want to speak, but would you consider opening your own type of platform for what you do, like your own individual, like LLC or
So
something like that, or nonprofit for yourself for this, or you would
yeah, I
rather
mean,
just work behind the scenes?
I don't mind working behind the scenes, but if I did have an opportunity, it'd be you and you. You and you is something I was thinking of while I was in prison. It's called university or universe. You
Mm-hmm.
either become it or you live from it, or you learn from it, right? And you or you is something that I had to live by while incarcerated because I didn't want to become part of the prison system, even though I made some fucked up ass choices while locked up. But I learned from it and I grew from it, and then I didn't become it. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people become a product of their environment, and you or you is something that I wanted to broadcast and bring to the world. And also chosen, chosen one. Many are called, but few are chosen.
Mm-hmm.
That
I
would be
remember
a
chosen.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we all chosen. We all got a story, and that's something that I would like for us to get out there, man. Everybody in this world is chosen for a reason. That's why we born, and we all got something that we need to give to this world, and share that message. So them two things, yo, you or you, universal, university, or chosen. But
Mm-hmm.
man, you already know, man, bro. I come when I need coming. I like to support my brothers. You've been a good friend to me. You've been an amazing homie. Like, I'm glad that you still, entrust me to promote the brand, to share my words of wisdom. And I'm glad that I'm able to share this experience with you.
Mm-hmm. Me
So
too,
that
bro.
been 5 for 5 with Crenshaw. I got my man Drew here. And once again, we was in Metal Labs. And that's it. Till
Behind the
next time.
facade.